Hello everyone. Brouwer's fixed point theorem in one dimension. So this theorem in one dimension, it is based on intermediate value theorem, right? So now in this lecture we will do the proof of Brouwer's fixed point theorem in one dimension. So now just see in one dimension case what this theorem states. This theorem says that given a continuous function going from closed interval to closed interval, there exists a point C in this closed interval such that the function has a fixed point in this closed interval AB. So here our function is continuous and the domain is bounded, closed and convex. So whenever the function which is continuous defined on a compact convex set, there exists at least one fixed point, moreover unique fixed point, right? So to prove this, first we consider any closed interval 0 1. Rather taking closed interval AB, we consider closed interval 0 1 because we know that any closed and convex subset of R is homeomorphic to closed interval 0 1. So we will prove Brouwer's fixed point theorem in case of closed interval 0 1. So now just see the proof. So in the proof we take domain to be as closed interval 0 1. So we are given a function which is defined on closed interval 0 1 and it maps to the closed interval 0 1. Let this function be continuous function on this unit square. So we are having any function which is continuous defined on this 0 1. Okay, images are also 0 1, so we get a square, unit square. Now we consider a function gx which is the difference of these two, right? Why we chosen gx to be as fx minus x? Basically we want to show that there exists at least one point, a unique point c in the closed interval 0 1 where the value of the function is 0, or you can say where the value of the function is the value c itself, right? So means we need to find out the fixed point. Okay, so now by considering gx to be the difference of these two means we need to find out that point where this value is 0, where gx attain value 0. So at that value where gx attain value 0 means that point become the fixed point of f. So that's why we choose gx to be as the difference of fx and x. Now since fx is continuous, x is identity function, this is continuous, difference of two continuous function is again continuous, and both these functions are defined on closed interval 0 1. Okay, so we get g is a function which is continuous. Now we will find out the value of g at the end points. So now just see, when we take x to be 0, since we know that function assumes value always greater than equal to 0 because codomain is 0, close interval 0 1. So the value of the function at every point it will be always greater than equals to 0, right? So when we put x to be 0, so g0 will be f0 minus 0, but this is always positive. So what we get, either g0 is 0 or it is strictly greater than 0, right? So means g0 is greater than equals to 0. When we put x to be 1, since we know that the maximum value of the function is 1, so it means the value of the function at any point from this domain will be less than equals to 1. So f of 1 will be greater than equal to 0 but less than equal to 1, right? So we can use this thing. So what is g at 1? It will be f at 1 minus 1. So when you put f of 1 is less than equal to 1, so this implies this is negative. So this implies that g 1 is less than equals to 0. So we get a closed interval 0, 1 where g is continuous and at the end points the function attain opposite signs. So by intermediate value theorem, there must exist at least one point in the interval where the value of the function is 0, right? So once again see, here gx is a continuous function defined on the closed interval 0, 1, and at the end point the value of the function is having opposite signs. We get g at 0 is greater than equals to 0 and g at 1 is less than equal to 0. So we get this interval. At this interval the function must have at least one root. This is by the intermediate value theorem, right? So by the intermediate value theorem, there exists at least one point C from this closed interval 0, 1 such that g of c is 0. So when you take g of c to be 0, what is g of c? It is nothing but f of c minus c. You put it to be 0, you get fc is equal to c. So it means f has a fixed point, and this thing we want to prove. Whenever the f is continuous, it is defined on compact and convex set, it always attains a fixed point. So this is Brouwer's fixed point theorem in one dimension.